Welcome back to another video. Shout out to my new subscribers. Thank you so much for giving me a chance and opportunity. And what you'll find out about my channel is that we talk about a plethora of topics. It's not just focused on one. We deal with conspiracy theories, we deal with current events, past events, recaps, celebrities, trending topics. We This channel is not just set on one topic. And so today I'm just going to do some quick hits because it's late and I got to go to work in the morning. But shout out again to my new subscribers. I appreciate y'all, and we're going to be doing a cash giveaway. And you know what? We're going to do a cash giveaway for Christmas. Even though I don't celebrate, that's what we're going to do. And it's going to be cash. Okay. So we remembering the Cussing pastor. I used to listen to him he used to crack me up. And then I found out he passed, and I was like, wow, not all the time, just like if he popped up on my feed, and he had a YouTube channel. And his name was Thadeus Matthews, also known as the Cussing pastor. He died at 67, and he would cuss on that pulpit, but he knew that word for real. To say that Thaddeus Matthews was a controversial figure, is an understatement of the century. After all, it's not every day a preacher is so profane in his sermons that he dubs himself the Cussing pastor. Though he started in the pulpit, Thaddeus eventually took his messages to the airwaves by radio show he hosted in Memphis, Tennessee. When he wasn't at church or in the studio, Thaddeus was occasionally at the center of some legal issues. In March 2016, he was accused of making public threats against a man during an episode of his show per ABC 24 and was arrested. A few weeks later, Thaddeus was once again in custody for allegedly posting new photos of the same man on his blog. He was something else. Despite his issues, he died in February 2025. And here's what we know about his cause of death. I just had a picture of him, Lord. Thaddeus' wife, Melanie Matthews, shared in a Facebook post that he died February 24th, surrounded by family and friends. She continued, we want to thank those of you who have been praying for him and us during these trying times. We ask that you continue to keep us in your prayers as we process our loss. Peace and blessings to all. In an exclusive interview with Fox, Melanie said her husband died at the hospital after suffering heart failure. Thaddeus has spent the last 5 months in rehabilitation center where he was relearning how to walk. Wow, I didn't know that. Thaddeus said his goodbyes, she told the outlet. He made his apologies. He did, and I can't find the damn video, but he made his apologies. He told us he was going to a better place. She said in his final days he repented and no longer wanted to blame the world, I guess, for his transgressions. Okay, so we just gonna get into some little snippets of what he used to talk about. Oh, not that one. This one. So they all said no more sickness and no more worries. You said you were tired and wanted to rest. You transition peacefully surrounded by family and friends. Thaddeus was a pastor radio host. Several of his went viral. He also built a significant social media presence, 103,000 followers on Facebook, 78,000 followers on YouTube, and more than 7,000 followers on Instagram. He also authored the book, The Cussing Pastor, Bitch from the Pulpit. He faced legal issues in 2012 when he posted child porn on his Facebook page. He was sentenced to probation and avoided jail time. He 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 shared the image from another page in an attempt to identify the victim. During the 2019 city council elections, he was accused of making homophobic remarks after an openly gay council candidate, resulting in widespread backlash. Okay, let me find some stuff for him. Okay, this is one thing for him. Be aware of powers we're definitely living in our last days. Well, bitch, let me tell you something. You must be a bitch like Cheryl. Yes, I cuss. I'm the cussing pastor while your motherfucking pastor ain't doing a goddamn thing. I'm the cussing pastor that used my platform to raise $6,000 for this mother who was going to apply. While these other ignorant ass, non-pushing ass pastors, motherfucking pastors, they get your motherfucking ass. Wait a minute, let me go back a little bit on that one. Okay, now what you say, Pastor? What you say, Pastor? Unfunctioning ass pastors wasn't doing a motherfucking thing in the city. Now, if that bothers you, I'm a cousin pastor, then get your motherfucking ass off my damn page. Plain and damn simple. See, I don't play. It's about being real. It's about the truth. You bitches said, and none of you whole ass niggas either. Bitch, I'm you all. Where y'all were never let you ignorant ass Negroes is in. Damn, I made that fool. Pastor incursion. Be aware of problems we're definitely living in our last days. Well, bitch, let me tell you something. You must be a bitch like Cheryl. Yes, I cuss. I'm the cuss. Well, your fucking pastor ain't doing a goddamn thing. I'm the cussing pastor. That's who he was. So we just remember him. Let me see. What is this one?
Any pizza, any toppings, just $9.99 online. Domino's Best Deal Ever is back.
Keep doing your thing, boy. Dwayne, good morning. All right, let's get his mic on.
Ricky, good morning. In this morning's Fix It Jesus, the self-proclaimed cussing pastor Thadeus Matthews, he says he's recovering from what he says was a massive heart attack. Now, get this, Ricky. The pastor says after this medical scare, he is still the same old cussing man of God, but he is considering changing his smoking, drinking, and eating habits. Take a listen to this.
This is a cussing pastor. Hell, y'all know the way. First of all, let me say I thank God for life. It could have been another way. And to all my enemies and haters, nah, I'm still alive. God still has his hands on me. I change my lifestyle. No more cigars. No more cognac and Hennessy. No more fried. And
Lord Jesus, fix it, Jesus.
Let's go. So before I'm making these videos, I need people to know that I need to prove myself. One, everybody who know me, they know me. I'm not a bully. I don't cause drama, and I can't help for me. I'm sorry, no matter what. I'm going to ride till the wheels fall off. Because that's what it is. You hear me say that it's been hard being the daughter of him. Because I have gotten the backlash of him, just like I'm getting right now. I don't ask for no sympathy. I don't need nobody to feel sorry for me. Because I'm cool. His life is his life. My life is mine. I've done everything I can to try to protect my peace. And I've done everything I could to be there for him. My dad is sick. And it's not even sick. Way, and because I've not, and the conversation still has not been had with him. My dad is pretty much in a hospice type of situation.
Wow.
And everything about his health is irreversible.
Page all of my living room furnishings to a daughter that has not been dismissed, does not call me,
Wow.
does not care whether I live or die. So, me with nothing.
His heart has gotten very, very weak. And so even with rehab, and they're going through rehab, you realize that your heart plays a major part in every single thing you can do. And the reason why my dad hasn't been able to really get back to the point of walking and doing for it because his heart is getting weaker and weaker. I've already went through the whole process of the begging my dad to change. I've cried. I've been angry. I've cursed. I've done everything of the sort. I don't blame anybody for feeling some type of way because I've known the bed that my father has made. But because what my dad goes through don't have to be my story. So I did struggle with wanting to make this video because I don't want my kids, anybody connected to me, family or friends, that is subject to, I guess, my family mess, to feel any kind of way or cause them to feel any kind of shame that I already carry that is not even mine. My dad has hurt a lot of people, and it's no about it. And I'm sure the way I feel is the same way most families have felt when he was exposing them. Hurt, pissed off, just a lot. I did know of his lifestyle. Just learned of it as well. I have been trying to process it myself. And I knew that if he didn't allow me to try to protect him, that this was going to happen. I was pushed away. He made videos. Mel was there.
Wow.
Mel to learn different things that she has learned and has still been able to keep it. To still be trying to be loyal to someone who has not been loyal to you at all.
Wow. He did confess that. He confessed that on his deathbed.
And so, do I take that apology that he made in that video with a grain of salt? I don't care. I don't care who gets hurt along the route of whatever comes along with him. He pretty much would tell me that I should be used to this by now. Suck it up. So, with that being said, I mean, now it's out there. And I don't need anybody to keep associating me with it. When people see me, you just see regular old dummy. I'm respectful to God. Don't come with no drama. And it is what it is. And I do plan to write a book. Tell them my side of the stuff. Don't anybody know explanations. Nobody owed me any explanations. Shit. I just need people to know that I'm good. I'm gonna be straight. I'm not okay today, but I will be. And we'll see what's gonna happen. We're gonna go from there.
Wow. And he did confess about his extramarital affairs online before he passed. He did. Now, this is why.
First of all, how are you doing?
Relieved. It's it's been a long journey. Um, just relieved. He's not in pain and he's not suffering. So I'm relieved.
And he had been in rehabilitation.
He was in rehabilitation. Of course, the focus was on strengthening his heart and legs. But he got sick and ended up going to the hospital. He's been in the hospital, I would say, maybe the last 3.5 weeks, trying to get better.
Did he know that things were going this way? How was the spirits?
Yes, towards the end, he knew before we knew. He started preparing. Thadeus said his goodbyes. He made his apologies. Um, he told us that he was going to a better place and that he would see us on the other side. And so I am at peace knowing that he was at peace.
And how was the day?
Today was, I think it was more exhausting for us than it was for him. He actually told us on Saturday that he was tired and that he was ready to go. And we was like, okay. And when we got ready to leave Saturday night, we'll see you tomorrow. He was like, I won't be here tomorrow. And so Sunday, he was still here, but he just kept saying that he was tired, that he was ready to go home. And we all knew what ready to go home was for him because he had made his amends.
Tell me about who Thadeus Matthews was as a person.
I can say that Thaddeus Matthews as a person is who I fell in love with. So not so much the personality, right? So I was I got to truly know him as an individual, and Thaddeus as a person was very loving, very thoughtful, and if he felt as though, okay, if he said that he was your friend, he was your friend, right? And he would go to war about those that he loved. Um, and that's who I fell in love with 10 years ago. So, very.
And part of it, I think of people like, Michael Jackson, who are artists, but know how to create it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that part of it.
For the longest, I struggled with that because I was like, people refer to him as Daddy Bear, right? Some refer to him as Cussing Pastor. And I was like, I don't like either one of them. And he was like, but it's me. And I had, um, but Thaddeus was one of the best at what he did. He was known worldwide for that controversial um, attitude and personality that he had. And I told people all the time, when they said, well, wait a minute, Thaddeus your husband? Really? And I was like, it's either going to be one or two things with Thaddeus. When you meet him, you're either going to love him or you're going to hate him. There was no in between. And he was okay with it. For me, it bothered me sometimes because I know for a fact that it's done so much for this community as well as other communities. But with that, you're still going to get those that don't necessarily agree with Thaddeus and his way about doing things. And that's understandable, right? Because as you said, controversial is what he was. And some didn't like his delivery, but 99% of the time, may not have liked the delivery, but, he was factual when he was reporting on things. And so I was like, I've got to make a change, and I've got to make amends. And I would also like to think that, his health had something to do with it as well.
Part of that,
He told me so. And I just said, well, whatever, But he was like, okay. And, they is, basically was prepping us and telling us things that he wanted, telling us, what he wanted us to do. He wanted things to be. And, then until I realized that he was really serious about it.
Now, you all were separated at the time of his death. Why did you sleep in there? Why did you decide? Because a lot of people would have known a long time ago.
Yeah, we were separated, living in two separate houses, but technically, I'm still his wife, and we were not divorced. And just because you separate and get some space does not mean that you stop loving the individual. So I was still very much involved with Thaddeus as far as his health was concerned. So there was nothing that was going on with him that I was not aware of, including doctor's appointments, test results. So a lot of times I got the test results before he did. Like, okay, you need to sit down somewhere, right? A lot of people probably.
So we're remembering the Cussing Pastor. He was very controversial, funny, everything. He was a mess. But at the end of his passing away, he did confess and made amends. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. We just remember him.